We're just outside of Las Cruces, New Mexico, in the shadow of the Organ Mountains, the perfect setting for celebrating the mystique of the American cowgirl. Just as cowboys have rounded up cattle in this picturesque passage for decades, many women have been right alongside them. And for some women, taking on that cowgirl style is possible, even without saddling up. Brooklyn Scalva isn't a full-time model, but today she's getting ready for her close-up.
You have like bright pink and blue, and it's gorgeous. It looks amazing.
Brooklyn is one of several models who have gathered at this ranch house just outside of Las Cruces, New Mexico.
I feel that cowgirl fashion is just, overall it's your personality, who you are, and you're able to express it through your clothes.
The women come from different backgrounds and regions, but what they have in common is their passion for the cowgirl lifestyle.
Our models are all genuine, authentic, country girls, whether they're cowgirls or farm girls or whatever. They're all real girls who live the life and are in the Western thing, so they're not models by trade.
The photo shoot for a new magazine is just about to begin. The magazine, Dirt Road Daughters. The gritty title is fitting for this magazine filled with articles on fashion, food, and living the country life. But this isn't your mother's country life magazine.
There's this whole sisterhood out there of cowgirls and rural girls and farm girls, and we wanted it to feel, when you read the magazine, like you're getting to meet a new friend. So everything's kind of written in the first person, and it's not so instructional and formal.
The magazine is the idea of Thea Dreisbach.
Actually, we do the print magazine, and then we also have an electronic version for our die-hard iPad and Kindle users. But I personally love the feel of a magazine, and I think there's something that's inherently good about ripping it out and putting it in your mirror and dog-earing a story that you like.
Good. 3 or 4 months, we had 5,000 Facebook fans on our page. We're over 10,000 now, and people, when they see the magazine, they're almost surprised they get it, and they're like, oh, this looks so neat, and they start flipping through it, and there's a little bit of fashion, a little bit of ag, a little bit of ranching, and some home recipes and things, and people are like, oh, this is really good.
What do you like? What speaks to you here that we can try?
I like all the lace.
Isn't it fun? It's really over the top. So I think this is a great color, personally.
Okay.
So with this little mauve sash
And you put
here.
cowboy boots with this, huh?
Cowboy boots with everything. You can't go wrong.
I think that that's a huge thing in being a cowgirl, is displaying your attitude and personality through your clothes.
So it's a little bit mainstream fashion and a little bit cowgirl, as long as you got the boots, right?
Of course, that's the signature right there. You're able to wear whatever is comfortable. You always have to have your cowboy boots, your cowgirl boots. It's just a necessity.
What do you hope that women get or learn about fashion and the Western style?
I hope that they feel like they got a taste of someone they didn't know. So everything in fashion is subjective, and who's seeing it and what you like. And so we try to do a little bit of everyone's preference. Like when we set up we did some riding looks this issue.
Yeah, try that. There we go. I like that.
We work with designers. We work with some major labels like Lane Boots, and then we work with a lot of independent designers that we find on Etsy, there's just a treasure trove of people doing, so many creative people with their own little lines. And so we get stuff from them, kind of pull things all over the place, and also a few little Western boutiques that send us some things.
So do you have a style that you look for? Do you look for classic, timeless pieces, or something that's really unique and fun?
Well, a little bit of both, because I think that mixture is what really lends itself to a Western style, is those timeless pieces mixed with just kind of fun, trendy items, which I think goes with all, fashion. But for example, this whole shoot that we're doing is inspired by the Junk Gypsies Junkerama prom. So it's kind of a boho, hippie, cowgirl, chic, over-the-top prom dress theme. So it's going to be lots of dresses and fun accessories.
Dressing up definitely is fun, but why celebrate the cowgirl lifestyle? So what is it that women like so much about the cowgirl mystique?
I really think it's the old-time romance of the Western lifestyle. And for girls, too, I think it's every little girl loves horses. And so, personally, I feel that as far as cowgirls go, it comes from the horses and the love of horses.
So how has the cowgirl style changed, though, now from the Western style of the past?
You know, I really think it hasn't changed that much. We've talked a little bit about some of the classic traditional Western pieces, and they really are timeless. And it's just kind of staying up to date with some of the modern fashion trends, the mainstream fashion things, and working those real classic Western pieces into it. And also you see some of the new fashion pieces, they're like those timeless pieces, and they like add a little extra punch of color or a little bit more accessories. So it kind of just goes with however the mainstream fashion is going, and then with that Western flair.
Now that I know all about cowgirl fashion, it's time to learn the lingo. So you're from Idaho, South Dakota, and New Mexico. Is the cowgirl slang different in all of those places?
We say fixin' a lot.
Fixin' too.
You're fixin' to do
I
something.
think the terminology is different, like dam, tank, slough. We call it I call it a bog.
Cout?
Cow. That's from the.
That's just a Texas
That's just the Texas accent coming out at me.
for you.
Yeah.
That's not a half cow, half cat.
No,
No.
Cow, different parts of the saddle are referred to differently.
Yeah, like we talked about yesterday, the cinch or the girth.
Leggings or, you know.
Okay, can you have a cowgirl fashion faux pas? And if so, what is it?
I guess just keep it classy is probably.
Yeah, you can dress it up as much as you want. The one, I guess, my pet peeve or something that I don't want in my cowgirl fashion is no matter how hard you try, you see girls with tan lines. And I think that, you know, trying to avoid horrible tan lines when you're wearing
Because you're out riding and you usually have,
you can
like you have a
switch it.
long sleeve shirt and then you end up with the tan hands.
right.
Yes.
Or the short
It
sleeve
doesn't
shirt
matter
from
how
gathering
much
cattle and you
sunscreen you
just
wear.
you're burned to here.
I think the other thing, at least for me, is chipped fingernail polish.
Oh, I don't even.
That's why I don't wear any.
Yeah, exactly.
I am like a serial nail polish painter. Like I paint my nails about every 4 days.
Really?
Well, it hides the dirt underneath your fingernails, which is one of my pet peeves. I don't like it underneath there, and I'm not scared to get dirty. I just don't want to see it. And then if it gets chipped, I'm like instantly like taking off, redoing it. And toenails are the same way. And my toenails are pretty much always painted, even though no one ever sees them, just because it makes me feel good about myself.
Pretty toenails are important.
I think the cowgirl culture and our type of girls, we dress up, people don't think that we do. You know, the chipped fingernails and the bra lines and the tan lines. I mean, we're not all the hicks and the sticks. We are classy, you know, and we're very glamorous. And just because we dress up does not mean we're not hardworking. You know, branding, weaning, all of that stuff.
Right.
We got our fingernails, but we get right in there with the blood, guts, gore, and dirt. So.
And then you polish them afterwards. So you can't see
Exactly.
the dirt. Okay, that makes sense.
We clean up good.